Welcome back to another episode of Calm Before the Storm. I'm Kim.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Kimberly.
If you missed our last episode, we talked about vacations with your boo, girls trip, and guys trip. Check it out. It's on our YouTube channel at Calm Before the Storm podcast. It's a good episode. How are you ladies been since I last saw you?
Good, good, good.
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 Good. Same old, nothing
Busy,
crazy.
right? We all been crazy busy.
Yes.
Very
Tired. I
busy.
need some sleep.
Need a little
Yes, I
rest.
agree.
Yeah.
I feel like that saying, they say sleep is for the dead. They wasn't lying.
No. Oh my gosh.
Um,
Like,
a few weeks ago was my dad's birthday and we went out. He had a party and I was like, yeah, I'm having a good time. The next day I was like, girl,
You
you
pay
was
for
cold.
it. Yeah. You pay
it's
for it the
so
next
true.
day.
When you young, you could go out and go out the next day and the next day after that. But
Yes.
now you be like, I need
Mm-mm.
3-day recovery.
Yes, that's how long it took. It took 2 to 3 days.
We used to be able to go out and go to work. I couldn't
I
do
don't
that
know
Oh,
today.
how. I
I
don't
would
know.
not be able to do it today. Mm-mm.
no, I'm calling out.
Me too.
Or I'm calling out on my way from wherever I went out to because I
A
already know.
100%, because I already know I ain't going. Don't expect me.
If it's a
Um,
work day, don't expect me. I ain't showing up.
I'm not coming.
this week we're gonna be talking about what if your ex talks about, no, I'm sorry, not your ex. What if your current
Uh,
boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, wife, whatever, talks about their ex?
Side piece, I'm joking.
no, no side piece. No side piece.
Like that's a
Not
little
the side piece.
uncomfortable. So let's get into it.
Yes.
What about you ladies? What if like your current situation talks about the ex a lot? Let's not even talk about sexual yet. Like, what if they just bring up their ex? Like,
Like all the time?
yeah, like, why?
Right. That
Exactly.
exactly
That
why.
that right there. Why?
Conversation,
Or
why?
compare, right? Comparing, that's like you
I'll
don't.
draw the
Okay.
line in the sand at the comparing.
Comparing is a
Uh,
whole no.
that's a whole,
That's a we fighting. Like
definitely
that's
so.
our we
Like, oh,
might
my
break up.
ex used to do it this way. Like, if you don't back up away from me,
No.
No.
I mean, I feel like in the beginning, people, you're getting to know each other. You may
Yes.
drop a few things, like, people want to know why it didn't work out or how many
Hmm.
people you've been with, and there'll be maybe like a little bit of story right there. But as far as like details, I'm good.
Yeah, don't you ever compare me. But then, right, even us having a conversation, it almost can make it feel like you are comparing, right?
Correct.
Regardless of the fact. So even if we're just conversing and you bring up something and you give me some detail, in my mind, you are comparing at
Mhm.
some way, somehow. I don't, I can't see it so important for me to even speak about what I've done in the past right now,
I don't think you
especially at
want to
this age.
know
Right?
what
You
I've
don't
done in the
really,
past, honestly.
you really don't
Um,
want to know. That's why I
right.
spare the time.
I
And
think that is, go ahead.
I think that with each person you're with, you're like a different person. You're not the same. So
Right.
why are you comparing me or saying my ex used to do this? Do you want to go back to your ex? Like, what is the issue?
Why don't you
I'll call
call
them
him or
for
her
you.
up?
I
Do
will
me a
call
favor.
them for you.
Let them know how you was. My
Ooh.
first question is, what made you think that, first of all, I wanted to hear about anything? Two,
Hmm.
unless it's relevant, like it has,
Hmm.
and I don't even know how
I was
relevant
gonna
it could
say,
be,
how could it even be
but
relevant?
if,
Right.
what are you thinking about that made you feel comfortable to even share this information?
Right.
Okay, what information are we really talking about though? At what point do you think it's okay?
There is no okay.
So I
There is
have
no
a
okay for me.
situation, and I told my husband that I was going to talk about that this is our topic, and
Mm.
it's something that I did in the past that I could
Mm.
tell like it still comes up in
A
his
little
mind.
salty.
So what happened was, um, basically, I have not talked to my ex since my husband, right? So
Right.
we've been together for what, 13 years?
Hmm.
I've seen him one time driving. It was a wave and that was it, right? And I was
Okay.
honest with my husband, like, oh, I just
Hmm.
bumped into so and so, blah, blah, blah. That was one thing. Then the
Hmm.
second thing was I heard that my ex got into a really bad motorcycle accident that he almost died,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
So in that situation, I was like, oh my God, I hope he's okay. But I guess my emotions were too much for my husband that he was like,
Right.
and I'm like, well, you don't want nobody to die. Like,
Right.
you got
You
to,
didn't reach out, right, to
no, no,
say,
no,
I
I
hope
did
you're
not reach
okay.
out.
You were
No.
Right.
just voicing this to your
Yeah, yeah,
husband.
like it was a
Husband.
concern, like, oh my God, like,
Hmm.
like,
I'm team husband right now. I really don't, I'm sorry.
I am too,
mm,
only because this topic is like very personal to me too. So
mm,
I am team husband too, Kimberly.
Sorry. Like, you know what? Keep your
Sorry.
feelings to yourself. They
Yes.
almost
I
died.
just thought like
It
Yeah.
sounds
you should be,
horrible, but I'm
I
sorry.
just thought you should be honest. So that's why I was honest. Then if I'm not honest, then it's like, well,
Mhm.
why you didn't say anything? I'm being honest with you.
I think that's where the confusion comes in, right? But I feel like, because that's the thing, you want to be honest and like you don't want to make the same mistakes you've made before. So being
Hmm.
honest is important. But I feel like sometimes there's a thing called too honest.
Yeah.
Not that you did it, just for myself. Like, first of all, if I didn't ask you, I don't want to know.
Hmm.
If it is that we've had conversation and I've expressed to you, I don't want to know.
Hmm.
Listen to I said I don't want to know.
Hmm.
But I did what you did as well. I was being honest. Like I went into office one time. I had like a little whatever thing in the office, and the person had come up to say hello. And I had called my person out, like, oh my God, like they just like startled me out the blue because I've like cut this person off, everything. And I was honest, like, oh, they came looking for me, whatever. We were all in office, and that has come to haunt me from being
Hmm.
honest since that conversation. So I get it, but and I think that's the thing. So you want to be honest, but then there's too honest, and then too honest bites you in the behind,
Hmm.
and then it's just a whole bad thing.
I
Right.
think we have to think about before you share,
Hmm.
like, one, did I do anything wrong?
Right.
Right? No. If I share this, is it going to cause me more problems than me just being?
Mm.
Because yes, you have to. I do agree. You have to be honest
Mm-hmm.
in your situation. However, there's some things that are just we don't even need to talk about because was it relevant to you? Did it really
Right.
matter that that person came looking for you?
Right.
Not you could care less. I'm speaking for you, but I'm assuming that did you really care about what they told you? Did it
Right.
affect
No.
your change of did you change your way of being after they had a
Mm-mm.
conversation with you? No. So
No.
then I don't really need to share that because I'm probably going to hurt your feelings if I do share.
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm going to spare your feelings and not tell you, but you can't get mad about that either.
Right.
Right.
But you won't find that out because the only way to find out is if I told you. Because the only people that know that we had a conversation is me and the other person. And I'm
See,
sure they're not telling.
with my luck, it'll be they come pick me up for coffee, and that person comes downstairs like, "Oh my God, this is the next time I see you from the last time I saw you," and it's like, "What are you talking about?" That's just how my luck
I
goes.
mean,
Well, we
it
work together. That
it
that is
still
what it
comes
is.
up here and there, and I'm like, okay, well, that's something that really bothered him.
Right.
But it was like, honestly, we don't want nobody that we dated. We technically don't want them to die or anything, so you don't wish death
Mm-hmm.
upon nobody.
Really?
So it was
No,
just,
I am
I
joking.
mean,
I'm
I'm with you,
sorry.
sister.
It's
I'm
a
with you.
joke. It's a joke.
I mean, he
That was a
knows,
good
he
one.
obviously, my husband knows what I went through with my ex, so I get it. It's like, why are you even crying over
Yeah.
what happened? But
You were shedding tears.
I don't think so. I don't
Oh,
remember.
I was about to
Oh, if you were
say,
shedding tears, we
He
got
said
we got beef.
he
yes,
said
we
I
got beef.
was, but I
What?
don't
He
remember.
said you were.
He said, "Oh, you,"
See,
but
but
he
then
be like
again,
over exaggerating sometimes. So
Mm-hmm.
no, but then again, Kim, I wouldn't be surprised if you were shedding tears because you shed
Seriously.
tears for
I'm a
commercials
crier,
sometimes.
so obviously I'm a crier. But it wasn't like something like I was calling people to make sure he
Okay.
was okay. It was nothing. It was like I heard what happened. I was like, oh my God, I hope he's okay. Um, and that was it. And when I saw him in the
Okay.
car, I didn't put down the window, say, hey, how you
Mm-hmm.
doing? It was a quick, I was caught off guard. I wasn't paying attention. I looked and I was like, oh shoot. Hi, okay. And that was it.
Hi.
It was nothing like we had a conversation.
Okay.
So We haven't had a conversation until we broke up all those years ago.
Right.
Okay.
And I haven't seen him, thank God.
He did the sign of the
She did
cross.
a sign of the.
Thank God.
That was good. It came
See,
at the
that's
right
the.
time.
Do you really care if they die or not? The sign of
No.
the cross said a whole lot right there.
Yeah. No.
So, I
No.
mean,
No. No.
hey. Anyways,
No.
I just had to tell that. But I'm gonna tell them, be like, look, they was on your side today. So I'm gonna let them know.
We were. We were.
We
We
was
were.
definitely, I'm definitely, but I'm also very different in that sense. I'm not very,
Hmm.
once I let go, I let go. And then
Right.
if we broke up, it was for a reason.
Yes.
And in my past relationships, they haven't really ended on such great terms.
Mm.
So even if I see you, please don't say hi to me. That's how I feel.
Right.
I mean, with my children's father, it's a forced
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Hmm.
dealing, and we don't even have that.
Right.
So I could
Yeah, so all
not
right,
worry
so
Someone
now
brought to my attention.
go ahead, Kim.
I just want to get y'all's opinion. So someone brought to my attention and said that they heard from a professional. I don't know what the professional means. I don't know if it's a therapist, a not therapist. I don't know what it is or who the professional is. But they had mentioned that sharing past experiences is healthy for the new relationship. I
lies.
didn't
I
take
want to meet
all
this
too well
professional,
to that. Me too. And I've asked several times. I want to meet the professional
and I want a
because
description of what profession you in. And credentials,
because
sorry.
Credentials.
right, I need all your credentials because
What
I
school
just
did
don't
you go to?
understand.
Where did you graduate from?
What
And
year
where
was
the fuck
this?
are you practicing? Because what is going on? I don't understand. But it was in the context of like sharing past sexual experiences.
No, that's
And
different.
I
I would
This
couldn't
never.
find
professional said
myself.
this?
Yes, allegedly. Allegedly. We're on allegedly.
If you
And
can't
I
give
would
me
never.
credentials, what profession they in, where they went to school, and I want to see the reviews of the people that see them too, because I
Let me
bet
see
they
your
suck.
GPA.
because yeah, I don't do too well with that. Like
No, I would
I
never.
won't share. I refuse to share any of my
Let's
past
just
sexual
be honest.
experiences.
If I sat here and shared with if either one of us sat here and shared with our significant other about sexual encounters, your
Right.
ego is you gonna be so hurt and
It's
angry.
a right. It's a
You
bad
can't handle that.
conversation. No,
I don't want to hear what you was doing.
Mhm.
I don't
I know
want to
you have
hear
a
about it.
past. Leave it
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Leave it
I
there.
don't care. I don't want the details. I don't want to know who. I don't want their name. I don't know how. I don't want to know why. I just
Right.
don't want to know.
It's the
So,
unspoken. You had previous relationships. I know you've
yes.
had sex before. I'm
Right.
pretty sure it was good because I'm happy. So I could care less what you was doing. Don't tell me
Hello?
about it.
So what if they
No.
ask you like, well, how many partners did you have in the past? Is that
I
like
declined to answer the question.
I
I
don't think
did.
I don't think you shouldn't like
I
Why do you need to
declined.
know that?
And they
I
were
think
upset
that's
about
when you're
it.
I
young.
think it depends, right? So I was gonna I there's this obviously you guys know 90 Day Fiance,
Yes.
and there's this guy from Turkey, and he slept with over 1,000 women,
You got a problem, bro.
And his
right?
penis
He
still
has sex
works.
addiction right there.
Right.
That is a sex addiction.
So
And
he's
his
with
stuff
this
still works.
girl, and he
Lord.
slept with over 1,000 women. So she would go to his house, and he had like this bottle collection, right? And it's like wine bottles that he drank with these women. So it's like a souvenir. Like you know how some
But each
like
woman?
yeah. And then
No.
she found the book, the black book.
That black book, I
The
tell
little
ya.
black
The
book, the cherry
scroll, the
top.
scroll
And
index.
then that's when she was disgusted. I'm like, first of all, girl, I would have been disgusted just knowing he slept with 1,000 women. Why would you?
Yes.
What okay, you got to 1,000. What makes me the number one that you feel like you could stop
Correct.
now?
But
Because
then when it comes to her, he don't want to know nothing.
I bet
Of
you
course.
don't.
Of course that's usually how that
I bet
goes.
you
They're
don't.
for them,
He don't
their
want to know
personal selves,
nothing.
right? The ego is so like that for them is like a notch on the belt. It's like a prize. And I mentioned like that's not a priority for me. But
Mm-hmm.
like for some of us, it's like that's personal. It's like me. That's my business. I don't got to share all. And what is that going to change for me and you?
Should
Right.
I see that also my thought process goes into you want to know that should I tell you the size too? Like, do you want to know that?
Correct.
That's gonna
You
really hurt,
right.
right? Like
Right.
it could hurt your
Yeah.
feelings, it could make you feel better. But do you really want to know that?
Mm-hmm.
No, and people, some people do certain things, other people don't. So if I liked all the things the ex did, and you're probably not doing something that my ex did, do you want me to tell you that too? And are you going to change it? Because if you haven't
Go a little
offered
to
to
the
do
left
it,
because that's what they use nowadays.
hello, you need to go a little bit deeper down south. Because you know what I mean, like shit like that to tell you. What are you going to say? That's I think that will take away from like our personal time because now you're in your head trying to achieve something that has nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like if you really thinking about a sexual encounter with your ex, that that scares me.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's a
like a
fucking red
flag for
flag.
me. You
Yes.
took the words right out of my mouth because clearly
Yes.
you are thinking about this sexual encounter and
Mm-hmm.
you trying to relive it by telling it to me. We have a huge problem. I
Is
don't
it
want to know
clearly
Yeah.
that.
you don't want to be with me, you want to be with your ex, so go right ahead.
You want to do
Um,
something they did for you? Go.
Like,
yeah.
I don't
Because
need,
no. Mm-mm,
I
I
need to
not
don't,
meet this
happening.
professional. I want to
Me
know
too. I definitely want to meet the professional too.
because how
and
you
then
got
there are
how you
women,
became how you found the word professional because you slept with 1,000 people and told them about it. That
Well,
don't
I
count.
mean, right.
I think just having someone just say, "Oh, my ex used to do this, my ex used," then that makes you insecure,
A hundred
A
right? Like,
percent.
thousand
That
percent.
was my,
what am I
yes.
doing wrong? What?
Amen.
Yeah,
That's
no.
your insecurity. That's a you thing. You got to get past that. Because I ain't changing nothing about me unless we have a conversation about it. Now, if we remember that was like what our second podcast. Now we can have a healthy conversation, we bring to each other. But other than that, the more you talk
And
about your
even
past
if you think
experiences, it's
about that,
insecure.
even if you think about what you said about our second podcast, it's hard for people to have conversations about when they're not happy in the bedroom
Mm-hmm.
or sexually and to
Right.
actually because you don't want to hurt the person's feelings.
Right.
You don't
Mm-hmm.
want to tell them like, well, I feel like you're not doing it right, or you could do this, or you could do that. That's a hard conversation to have. So I can't imagine why we thought it was easy to just tell me about your past encounter.
Hello.
That's even worse. I'd rather you tell me what I'm not doing right
Yeah.
than tell me, well, my ex used to do
A
this.
100%. Tell me where I'm lacking, and if it could be fixed, it could be fixed, and then that's gonna be a healthy back and forth because I'm gonna tell you too, and let's hope that we could like fix it up a little bit. But I don't care about what you were doing prior to, how you
No.
were looking out a window doing it. I don't care how you were standing on the fucking bed frame and upside down. I don't care.
You was hanging on a shower? No.
You was hanging on the shower rod or you was outside on the fucking balcony. I don't care.
That's
Don't care.
craziness. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I don't think I feel like swingers would want to know that, right?
Right.
Swingers, they into that. They into
Swingers love that type of shit. Remember my little
people
swinger encounter?
that
Hello.
they want to hear about all that
They
stuff.
want to know all of it.
So then maybe that's the type of person that whoever does that needs to be with
Mm-hmm.
because no
Mm-mm.
person that wants to be in a monogamous relationship wants to know about your other. If they do want to know, it's to be held against you, in my opinion.
Correct. Held
Because later
against,
on, I'm gonna
yeah.
bring it up.
Or they just have so much like Kimberly stated, like they're insecure with something, right? And that for them is like a form of like security in a sense. That's how I take it too, right? That's how you feed your ego with those stories. That's
Or
how
it's
I'm viewing it.
um they just degrading you. Like you never be good
Right.
enough. You never be like
Right.
my
You
ex.
just
Like,
never know how to take it. It's perspective. But it's like,
I
I ain't
think
gonna
it's
take none of that.
disrespectful.
It's
mm,
very disrespectful in my eyes.
I think it's just straight off disrespectful.
and it's
That's
Hmm.
like,
not
are you
okay.
fantasizing about this? That
Right. If you're
Yeah.
thinking out loud, that means you're thinking to yourself, and you
is this
obviously didn't have sex just one time.
are you picturing your ex while we're in the middle of having sex? Like, what are we doing?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Like, no. No.
Mm-mm.
So should I just randomly come out of nowhere with these thoughts? That's. share my intrusive thoughts?
I was wanting to try it just to see the response I got, but I was like, then that's me belittling myself to this person's standards. So that was how I handled the situation because I was like, you know what, maybe I should, act like this with who this person was. But then it was like, is it really worth it, or you're just wasting your time and you're being just like them? Are you really going to
I
teach them
think I would
anything?
have did it. I
I
would I would
know,
I would have definitely joined in on the conversation.
I know,
Just
but I
because I
feel
want
like,
you to feel how I feel right now. And let
Like,
me
oh,
see
but,
my
how
ex
you
used to do
react.
this. No, my
but
ex used to do this. Maybe you should try
Yeah,
it one
really?
day.
They
I
used to
know,
do that. You know, one time I was on a balcony, and let me tell you what happened. We never tried that, but maybe we should.
I know.
It was amazing.
They
I
would be
The
bet you're
like,
not
honest
gonna like it.
truth
wouldn't
too
know.
was listening to like this person's stories. I was like, if I even started to tell my stories, oh my God, it's nothing there. Like my
Because you
stories
think
are
your story's
horrible.
amazing, and this is like that's light
You
work.
think it right? In my mind, I'm like, I used to do that shit with my eyes closed. But then I'm like, damn, I don't want to share my stories. Those are intense.
That's light work right there.
Oh my God.
Oh
No,
man.
So,
unacceptable.
so then with all of this comes jealousy.
Yep.
And when we speak of jealousy, it comes in all types of ways. Obviously, you could be jealous in your
Mm-hmm.
relationship. Um, I never even realized how jealous like a partner could be, right?
Right.
And it's just like, why? We're one.
Hmm.
So if I win,
Yes.
you win.
Thousand
Right.
percent. We on the
Like,
same team. We should be.
Yeah.
You
so
have to remember that.
I don't get it. And it could be like, oh, they make more money. You make more money than them.
Yes.
So many
It could
things.
Yes.
be overall, like they just like, why are you so mad?
Yeah. It's even could be about
It
things
could be
that
the
don't even
kids.
exist.
The
Yeah.
kids
Or
love you more or they're attached to you more. And it's like,
right.
I've met people like that, that they are jealous of the kids,
Yeah, me too.
and it becomes like a competition,
Yeah.
which I feel causes a divide
In the
in the
household.
in the household with the
Yep.
kids and the family, just in the family in general, because you're almost like trying to, pick me, and don't pick
Mm-hmm.
the other one. No, we a
Right.
unit. Like,
And it's grown folk and kids. Like, come
yeah,
on, know
like,
your place.
and just do you. First of
Right.
all,
That's it.
worry about your own lane, okay? Because there's
Right.
gonna be things that you do that I can't do, that I would
100%.
have liked to have done. There's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be things that I do that you may not be able to do or don't even want to do.
mhm,
Just
Mm-hmm.
be happy for the person. And then when it comes to being in a relationship,
Hmm.
I feel like that is, then are we really on the same team?
mhm,
Because that's,
Right.
in my eyes, jealousy sometimes is a form of like hating. You
It
hating on
is.
somebody.
mhm,
It is. And it will cause a huge divide between you and that person. And then jealousy also translates into like making up these stories and happenings and dealings that don't exist. And it's just
mhm,
because you're jealous and you can't move past that jealousy part of it, but you're like creating all of these illusions and
mhm.
fairy tales that have never even happened. And what are we
Right.
really jealous about? Like, where does that come from?
The
I agree.
brain is powerful because
The mind
if
is
you
a
let it
powerful thing.
run, it could create
Girl.
a whole story for you
Mhm,
that don't even.
Yeah.
That's like they say, if you look in somebody's phone, you're gonna find something because your mind is already making these
Yep.
false stories and narratives. So when you look, something that could be so lighthearted and simple
mhm.
that
Yes.
literally means nothing
But to
Mm-hmm.
is
you,
now
it's
gonna
like
mean something to
something
you.
huge.
Yes. Yes.
So just leave it alone. Like, if something's going on, it's gonna come out.
It's
You're
Mhm,
gonna
definitely
know.
going to show. Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
I also feel like if you that jealous, then do I really want to be? That causes a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So do
Big
you
time
really want to
issues.
be here? Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
be with this person? Or even friends? Friends,
Yep.
I try to stay away from those people because it's like you low key
Yeah.
hating on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Right.
they say, the evil eye, like you about to mess up all my plans because you low key
Yes.
hating on me. I don't
Yep.
definitely don't need that type of energy. So I can't imagine with a partner. Like, do y'all feel like
Yeah.
y'all jealous? A little bit, a little something,
Me?
something. Either one of you.
No, I feel like
For
I've never
for
been jealous
a romantic?
Any in any
romantically.
sense.
Yeah, I'm jealous friendship wise sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. That's the toxic trait.
Yeah, me too.
I do have jealousy with friendships, but like my significant other, no, I got you. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
There's really nothing I'm jealous about. And I have a big mouth, no filter, so I will communicate anything that makes me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
not jealous though. And that I will say to you guys has been something in my relationships that has caused problems because they want me to be jealous and I'm not. And for them, it's a form of like, it's like shows them like I care, I love them if I'm just a little bit jealous. That
That's
same,
toxic.
Yeah.
yes,
That don't
yes,
mean you love them. No.
right. No, I've had, even down to my ex-husband, like, you need some type of like jealousy for you to think that I love you just this much. Not
I
just me
feel
loving
like
you was
that's
enough.
a form of insecurity because if you need me to be a litlittle bit jealous and
Yeah,
that technically is stroking your ego,
Mm-hmm.
you that just means you're not confident in yourself to because
100%.
listen, I'm fine. I'm not jealous.
No,
Not in my
it can be.
relationship. I would say sometimes in friendships, maybe, but and that's also not huge, I would say.
Right.
It'd be like silly things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But
Same.
like, oh, y'all went on vacation without me, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the main thing. Like friendship is just like, oh, y'all hung out, yeah. What about me?
Yeah.
Or like
Yes.
something like that. Or y'all
Right.
might speak more than me, but I just learned to push back and it's like whatever. I'm not
I
gonna
feel
Yeah.
like before I was more like that with friendships, but today
yeah, I
I'm
just
happy
push
for you. I'm like,
yeah, I
listen,
push
I'm
back when
unavailable, so it is
Yeah.
what it is. I'm doing what I gotta do, and I hope we can link up. I hope we can
Mm-hmm.
have a great time, enjoy your time.
hmm
Right.
I'm at that place in life now. Like,
that's what I
Same.
reached. I reached to but I'm just like whatever. My relationship, no. If
Mm-hmm.
there's something that he might do to get me mad or I'll just let him know.
Right.
What about with family?
no, I
I
don't think I'm.
used to be. When I was younger, I used to be. But, my family, I think like any other family, we all have family issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
At some point,
Mhm.
nobody's family. But yeah, I used to be so jealous of like certain dynamics, certain situations. And then as you get older, you're like, it is what it is. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care. I'll see you when I see you, girl.
Yeah, I
I
don't
feel
have
like that jealousy trait just it causes more damage than good.
mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, yes.
Like I feel when you're young is more prevalent in a sense because you
Mm-hmm.
still learning yourself, you still
Yeah.
trying to learn your own confidence, you still trying to learn what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and where your place is in the world.
Yep.
But once you will realize that there's space for all of us,
Mm-hmm.
and you may be
Right.
connected this way to this person, and we have a different type of connection because none of us connect the same.
No.
Everyone connects differently.
Yep.
And,
Mm-hmm.
our relationship, even the three of us, like we have
Yep.
we each vibe differently,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but we still are strong as a unit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you drive in your lane, I drive in mine, and we do what we do. We can
Right.
make each other better, but
Right.
some people just don't know how to do that.
No.
So did you
It's
ever
hard.
have like your friendships like you have your work friends and then you have like your main friends that you've known for years. Have they ever like had a jealousy within them?
I would
Um,
say, yes, I said that. I would say that with what were my work friends and my other friends, let's just say that we couldn't connect.
Mm-mm.
Like it couldn't be a whole connection.
Hmm.
And could I pinpoint why? No.
I think the
Mm-hmm.
same, yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like we vibe. If I vibe with all of y'all, then I would
Mm-hmm.
think we all can vibe together.
Hmm.
Some
But
people are territorial, okay? You
it
gotta just
doesn't,
let them be.
that is true. Um, it doesn't work that way.
And it wasn't
No.
like anybody said anything. It just was,
It's an unspoken
yeah.
rule.
It's so unspoken because I the same thing with my work friends now and like my friends, maybe like two or three people.
Hmm.
We just don't ever mesh.
No.
But then when
We
you're with
don't.
your work friends, you're having a great time, and then when you're with
Great
your girlfriend, you're
time.
having a great
They
time. It's
know
like,
me, I know them,
Do
and
you?
same with
Okay.
my personal friends.
So do you feel like you're different in each circle?
No, that's the craziest thing about it. Like, I
Uh-huh.
will
oh
act the
no.
same way with my personal and my. I think I had like a barbecue where I kind of mixed a little bit, and everybody was like Kim doesn't change, not in the professional or the personal. Like Kim is just
Uh-huh.
Kim, and like, but I can't pinpoint like you. I can't pinpoint why I can't bring the professional and the personal together because I'm me. I guess I don't know. We're territorial. I really think that's what it is. It's a
I would
territorial
agree.
thing,
Yeah.
I don't
you
know.
know.
I'm thinking about it. I feel like with my friends that know me for years, I'm more like open and like if we go
Mm,
out, I would dance more and have a great time. With my work friends, we have more like a serious like,
mm,
but we have a great time. So
yeah,
it's kind of
Uh-huh.
like, but other than that, I don't see like a big difference.
yeah.
Okay. Like even now, my work friends and my personal friends, I think they could
Mhm.
mingle, but I don't know if it could happen. It's still that unspoken rule. So I don't even try it anymore. Like
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say I don't even know any of your work friends.
there goes the problem.
I don't even know none of your
I
work
don't even know their
friends.
name. Okay,
Problem number one.
number one.
The jealousy is
The
starting to come.
territorial has come
Here
out.
goes the territorial. Okay. I don't even know one of their. I can't even tell you one person's name from your job. Okay, not one.
I'll tell you later.
Mm.
Would it make
And
you
then
feel
she'll
Okay.
meet them.
Yes.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I heard so much about you.
I have one friend and she knows who she is. Anytime she come around, she'd be like, "No new friends." She's like, "Calm down, Felicia. I need you to take it down a notch. You hurting
See?
other people's feelings out here for no reason.
Right, right,
When
right.
you watch this, you know who you are. Love you."
Right. Oh
Oh
man.
goodness. So do you think like with jealousy, there's like you could turn it on, you could turn it off? Like, I don't think so.
No, I don't think
I don't
so.
think
And
so.
I think you could fake it till you make it, but it will always, in a relationship way, it will show itself as a control issue. This is just my experiences. Um, it shows up as a control thing for me
Hmm.
because just the way like it comes out, right? There's so many different examples that I could come out with, but that'll be a whole other show. But for me, it shows up as a control thing. There's no way that you could lie about it and say, "Oh, we're in this space and I'm past that." No, because it keeps on showing itself. In friendship, I think it's something that you could kind of like, all right, let's tone it down because it's not like a relationship, emotional, friends are friends, we know our place. And I think that's why they always say, friends will last a lifetime, men come and go, and vice versa.
Hmm.
Because you guys kind of know each other already. You guys have that friendship. You guys have that connection where it's like, this is this, that is that. We're always going to be here. You could tone it down, I feel like, in a friendship, but not in
Hmm.
a relationship. I don't think
Right.
it's a switch.
I feel like in friendships, you like, they're not going anywhere. Like
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
they and if they do, then they weren't your friend. And that
Yeah.
to you can let a friend go, which is also for me a little double-sided sword because I'm like, how do you let your friend go of so many years? But that's a whole nother topic.
Right.
Your friend isn't going anywhere, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people who are jealous are worried that their person is gonna go somewhere or is gonna
Mm.
leave, or maybe
Right.
But that also leads to like you just need to be more confident in yourself because guess what? If you leave, you leave.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It is what
Right.
it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, I
Or
have
you planning to
friendships.
leave,
Hmm?
or they planning
Ah,
to leave. Right. You
that's a good
setting
one.
yourself up so you could leave first. Hmm.
I
Hmm.
had a friendship that it was, I never thought we would stop being friends, but um I think jealousy
Hmm.
was a big part.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Her jealousy for me. And I'm like, why? Like
Hmm.
I think it became where I started dating my husband, and me and
Mhm.
her was always together. And I started dating my husband, and so obviously I wasn't spending time. So then it's
Hmm.
like she just started acting weird. So that becomes a problem, right? Where your friend is
But yeah.
jealous because you got a man, or you know what I mean, like something like that. Then
Hmm.
it's like,
So this sparks some thoughts in my brain because,
Oh.
a little close. So I have a question. If you started dating your husband, did you like completely disappear?
no.
Or you would spend time here and there? Like you would still try, you would still talk. Maybe you just couldn't see each other, maybe you would talk on the phone.
Right.
That's
Mm-hmm.
how it went? Or was it
Mm-hmm.
like you gone?
No.
You disappeared and we don't hear from you
Actually, the
for
first time I
months.
went to my husband's apartment, I said, "Yo, come with me," because you know me. He laughs at me because I'm like, "What if somebody try to kill me?" So I'm always bringing
Right.
somebody with me, right?
I
And so I
agree.
was like, "Yo, come with me." I don't know, what this about to be. And she came with me. I would always go see her. We was together all the time, but it
Hmm.
became less, but I was still going to her, or to me it was
Still
all the
hanging
time.
out.
Yeah. So I don't know, things just started to happen, and I'm like, what is her issue?
Maybe she
Random.
liked you in a romantic way. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
It
Don't
just
let me be the
but
person.
obviously I'm like it's a jealousy thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jealousy, and they don't
Absolutely.
know how to communicate. Grown people don't know how to communicate.
Yes. I don't just because you start dating doesn't mean that, you know, you no longer
We're in the
are
same boat though,
important.
Kim. We got the same type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Steph and I and you with a friend. Same type of thing though. But we weren't jealous. We couldn't get time. I think it was just they are just who they are. We've known
Mm-hmm.
them to be like that for the whole 20 plus years of a friendship. But it's like they can't you knew how to balance. They don't know how to balance a boyfriend and friendships. There's
It's
never
one or
that
the
like
other.
line in the sand. Yeah, they always it's either this or that. And we've gone through it several of times. But it was just like we are here.
Mm-hmm.
They made up these like fake stories in their mind of like how me and Steph would be judgmental of some stuff. And it was just like, where did that come from? Like, when have we ever shown you that? So you have it on the jealousy side, we have it on the opposite side where we're not jealous. It's just they really just didn't know how to like
I think
be
you hit it
equal to
on the
both.
nose when you said they were said that we would be judgmental of certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you really good friends with someone, when you feel like you've had
Mm-hmm.
a friendship for over 20 years or family or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, I may
Yeah.
come off as judgmental if I'm trying to
Right.
um look out for your best interest because
Mm-hmm.
at the
Interest.
end of the day, I don't want you to get hurt. I
Right.
want
Again.
you to be
Right.
happy. And if this person makes you happy, then all for it.
We're
But if
all
I
for
see
it.
like 30 red flags flying in on the
Mm-hmm.
play, I feel like I'm doing an injustice to you by just not saying a word.
Mm-hmm.
But I've learned that you don't say anything because people just can't handle it. So
Mm-hmm.
now
Yeah.
that's how you feel. I'm happy for you.
You better not do that to me.
Well, no, we're different, but I'm getting in trouble a lot on this show
you,
today. I'm just saying.
you better not do
Everyone
it. You're
can
gonna
see what's
smoke a mask.
happening, Kim. Everyone.
Territorial, right?
I think I tell you exactly how I feel all the time.
No, yeah,
Um,
you do.
maybe I go a little too far sometimes,
No,
but
it's okay.
whatever.
It's well received. It's well received.
So,
All right. Well, it was an interesting combo. Don't be jealous in life, please. It's not healthy
And don't
for
talk
you.
about your past experiences with your sexual activity with your exes, okay? We
No.
don't care. We are the professionals here in this
We
part.
are the professionals.
We got credentials.
I'm waiting for the
Don't do it.
credentials. Please present them. Okay.
Man, I want this conversation in the comments. We need the listeners to like,
That
how do
is
you
wild.
feel? Because I need to know too.
We should do
Okay,
a
I'm asking
survey.
for
I'm
a
gonna do a
friend.
survey.
You
Please
Do a
should.
do.
survey.
Because
One
I'm asking for a
question.
friend.
When this was brought up, what was happening?
Genuine like random conversation.
Like about regular, oh, look at that car, it's blue.
It was, I mean, the conversation has come up in several, with this person specifically, the conversation has come up about different stuff. And
About
when
their
we were
ex.
conversing, no, it was just regular conversation.
Mhm.
And out of the blue, and I
Mm,
would roll my eyes like, are you really doing this again? Like, you cannot be doing this again. Like, really?
yeah.
And I would just sit in my seat like, I will not say a word because you're going to understand from my silence. I
Mhm.
don't give a shit. Shut up. So I think it was more fulfilling for them. They needed to like fulfill themselves of something. I don't know of what, but
Mhm.
yeah, it was just, oh, we were driving one time and it was just something happened that was like embarrassing. It was like an embarrassing moment of some sort. And then it was like, oh, me and the guys used to do this and blah, 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 blah. And this was so embarrassing. And I was like, oh my God, like me and the girls, we used to get into some shit too at the clubs, but we never like got kicked out of the clubs. Maybe outside the club, something embarrassing.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, well, my most embarrassing. And it was just like, did I ask? I thought we were talking about the club. What is going on? Outrageous.
That
That's
went
how
from,
random.
that went
That's
totally
Right.
that's how
one
random the
side to the
conversations were.
opposite.
One thing to the next.
No,
Yes.
no, it's a no. Don't tell
Yeah.
me. I don't want to know. You
I don't
definitely don't want to
care.
know. No,
No.
that's
It's
insane.
nothing against the ex. It's just why do I have to hear about
I don't even
what?
care about the ex either. And I don't want to hear about and then you're going to ask me about it. Anything embarrassing? Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you.
Mhm.
I don't want to tell you. That's not a conversation to have. And how is that
Absolutely not.
fixing us? That's not gonna, yeah, no. So yeah, those were those kind of conversations.
Well, I'm glad we've all moved past that.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
All
Great
right.
conversation. Put some
Yeah.
comments in the chat, people.
We want to know.
We
Yes.
Please
want
tell
to
us.
know.
Yeah.
Please let us know what you
Okay.
Yes.
think. And would you
Please
be
and thank you.
okay? And how would you react? I want to know.
I
Yes.
And if
do.
you
And
are
if
the
you
professional, please put
you
your
need to put your
credentials.
credentials
I
in the
need
chat.
them.
In the comments. We need that information ASAP.
All right, Kim, let's give the quote.
A peaceful mind gives life to the body, but jealousy rots the bones. Proverbs 14:30.
We brought
I
out the
loved
Bible
this.
verse today.
We took it
Yes.
to church,
We took
okay?
it to
The
church.
Lord said, do not be jealous,
Hello,
okay?
because it rots your bones.
The Lord said, so you need to listen. We've
Yes.
been
Thank
at
you,
church
Lord.
all day today. Kimberly doing a sign of the cross,
Yes, it made a
all
full
over the
circle.
place.
I did my dance.
Oh my God.
Yes. All
All
right.
right.
We want to thank everybody for watching. Today was an awesome show. We will see you next time. You can watch the podcast on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow us on all our social media platforms. If you have any questions, comments, please answer the survey. Put your credentials
Please.
in there. Let us know. You can send us a message at thecalmbeforethe storm@gmail.com. And we will see you guys next time.
Yes.
Thank
We'll see
you.
next time. Bye.
Bye.